Hi guys, and welcome to Student Database Management System developed in C++ using MySQL Database. Okay guys, let me show you how this works. Right here, those are the details of Daniel S.A. Omen. And if I go to Student Database right there, so you can see the details of Daniel is not right in there. So let's go back to the university student or university system. Now all we then need to do to get the details of Daniel on board is just to click on add. But let me show you guys one thing. This is the database as well. Inside the database, Daniel details is not there. So I'm now going to just click on add. There we go, and the system is telling me it's successfully updated. Click on OK. Let's go into the spreadsheet here or DataGridView. As you can see, Daniel's details is on board there. That is it right there, Daniel S.A. Omen. So if we scroll right down, there we go. Those are all the information of Daniel. So I'm going to go back to the university system and let's click on reset to add more data. So I'm going to click on that. There we go. So we're going to add more data. I'm going to speed that up and get back to you guys. And right there, those are Charlie's details. What I just need to add is guidance details. Let's say his uncle, and the uncle, they live in the same address. Okay, that's fine. The name of the uncle is Townsend as well. Let's just say it's James Townsend there. Telephone number of Uncle Townsend. So let's just enter 07 in there, change one or two things around. Email number james@gmail. There we go. Right, and that is the course that Charlie is studying. We can always change that course to whatever, maybe computer system or information system. And right there, Charlie happens to be a home student. He's not an overseas student. We can change all of that. Accommodation, no, he's living at home. And he's not an exchange student, or is he on scholarship? Is in, let's say, third year. And right here, those are the grades of Charlie. But let me show you guys one thing. I'm going to select 15 as the date, and if I click on result, there we go, that changed to 15. However, supposing I have something like 617 there, look at what is going to happen. See, it default back to 0, saying is more than 100. Okay, so let's enter a proper value in there. However, if I dare move out of this cell now, you see what happened, and let's say it's empty. The mouse leaves, mouse enter, then we can enter some value in there. Okay, so let's just increase the grade that it's got, and there, click on results. There we go, it's now a second class upper student. Now if we come in here, student database, click on that. As you can see, Charlie's details is now there. Alright, so let's come right in here. And what about the workbench itself? Inside the work, or on the workbench, Charlie's details is not there neither, as you guys can see. So I'm going to minimize that, and let's come in here, click on add. There we go, successfully added. Click on OK. Let's go straight into student database. Charlie's details is now right there on the system. Now let's go back to the university system. Right in here in the database itself, Charlie's details is not there, so all we then need to do is just click on refresh. Even Daniel's details is not there as well, so let's click on refresh. You see Daniel's details and Charlie's details there, Charlie, and that is Daniel, the one that I showed you guys earlier. Okay, and that is how it works. And I'll see you guys with a full tutorial shortly. Okay guys, let's exit out and start a new project. There, I'm going to start by clicking on create new, and right here inside Visual Studio 2019, make sure you select CLR empty project.NET framework. If you can't see that, you should be able to just come in here, drop this down, select C++, and you should be able to just scroll down and find your CLR.NET framework right here. Okay, so I've already selected it. That is it right here, guys, and that is it. I'm going to select it and click on next. Now the configure your new project page is ready, so I'm going to just give that name. I'm going to call this CPP student MySQL, all in lowercase. So I'm just going to click on create now. There we go. Right here, guys, that is my development environment. However, it's empty. I'm going to click on the Solution Explorer right here. If you can't find it, just go to Windows and you click on Reset Window Layout. If you click on that, just click on yes, and there we go. That is my Solution Explorer. Now click on the property here. You see this range or this icon here? Click on it, and this dialog pops up. Now the first thing you guys should do is, you see where we have Configuration Manager. Click on Configuration Manager. Make sure Active Solution Platform, that is 64-bit. If your system is 64-bit, my 64-bit, and the debug part of it, the platform is 64-bit as well. Okay, click on close. Now to your left we have configuration properties. Let's select linker, drop it down, and now select system. Once the system is selected, right at the top to your right is subsystem. Click on the subsystem and select Windows, subsystem Windows. Done. The next thing that you need to do next is select advanced. Right inside here to your right you will see entering point. I'm going to make that, just enter main right there, just main, type in main, click on apply and then click on OK. There, that's the first step already taken care of. The next step for you guys is to right click on your system, the name of your system, and let's select, go to add new item. Click on new item. The new item, this dialog pops up. Inside this dialog you have two options, either to select UI, and the UI will give you window form. To your right is create CLR form containing other window controls, or you can just select CLR and select window forms. Create CLR form containing other window controls as well, and right at the bottom is the form name .h. That's going to be the default name. Even if you select UI, the default name is myform.h. So I'm going to select CLR myform.h. I'm now going to change that name. I'm just going to click on add. If you change the name, just take note of it. I'm going to click on add there, and there we go. My form is now ready. However, there's an error. That's no problem. Okay, if we double click on this myform.cpp, this very one, myform.cpp, we're supposed to add a line of code, some lines of codes here. I'm going to make life easy for you guys. Let's go to the forum. You see this very forum? Create C++ Windows form application in Visual Studio 2017. It works for this 2019 as well. If I come right down, you guys will see the steps how to install C++, and this is the step that I just gone through, the CLR. Okay, there we go. Every single steps. Select Windows, subsystem Windows, then the system, and the advanced, change it to main, then UI, though I ended up using CLR, no problem, it's all the same. And here, this is where I am now with the arrow. So these are the lines of code right below. These very lines of code, I'm going to highlight it and just copy that very lines of code. The URL will be, I will actually paste it inside my description area for you guys to have a look at this, or copy that very lines of codes. So come right down here, the lines of code that I've copied, I'm going to paste it right here. It's going to give me an error. There we go, that is the error. The error is actually notifying me of the name. It's telling me the name is invalid. I'm now going to use the name of my own system known as CPP Student MySQL. So I'm going to enter CPP. As soon as I type in CPP, that is it right there. Double click on that and the error should disappear now. There we go, done. My form is now going to be ready, but before then I'm going to run it so that you guys see the form. However, I won't be able to see the form right here inside the Solution Explorer yet, so let's click on run first. There we go, compiling, and that is your form right there. So I'm going to close that very form. If we go to the Solution Explorer, the form is not there, nothing is there, so I'm going to have to close this. Once I close this, it's like me actually recompiling the whole program. So let's close it and reopen it all over. So close. So open up the package again, and that is it right here, CPP Student MySQL. There we go, right there guys, and that is your form now inside your header file or header files. If I double click on the form, you should be able to see the real form itself. Double click on it there, and that is the form now. I'm now going to select that very form and go straight to the properties, and let's define the size of this very form. Let's go to size. That is the size there. I'm going to make that 1000 plus 1300 and maybe 90s. That's fine. And the other one is the height. I'm going to make that about 800. Press enter. There we go. Now let me go straight to the tools here. Inside the toolbar, I need tab control. Click on the tab control and just drag it that much. It's coming up. Just drag it all the way. Okay, I'm now going to change the details of this tab control. Click in here, come straight to the properties, drop that down, and tab page 1, I'm going to change that to, let's see, the text. The text should be there somewhere. There we go. So change the text to University System. There. And for tab page number 2, I'm going to change that to Student Database. Right. Click on OK. All done. So the next thing I'm going to do is, you see the back color. I'm going to change the back color to Cadet Blue. So I'm just going to type that in there, Cadet Blue. There. Now let's go straight to the toolbox again, and I need a panel. Click, that's the panel there. Just drag it how I want, so that's fine. Take it up, and this very panel that I've just pasted in there, I'm going to change the back color to control So let's type in control there. Control is actually the default color, like the form. Look at the form. The default, just click on the form, the default color is control. So I'm going to change my panel to control. Paste that in there, press enter. There, that is fine. The other thing I would do is, you see the back, the border style, I'm going to change that to single. You don't have to do any of these, the choice is yours. So now click on the panel, hold on to your control, make sure you hold on to your control on your keyboard, click and drag. I've just copied one. Okay, I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing now. Click and drag again and bring it right down. There we go. Now I have two of those. Now I need one here, so I'm going to have to actually add, see this very one, I'm going to move this one over here. I'm going to need some space, some room for the next one. Click and drag right there. Now the next thing is underneath here. Let's do as follows. Now just reduce this that much. We're going to move this one up a little bit more and bring this right down here, something like that. Take this up, hold on to your control, click and drag again. Okay, now we need just one here underneath here for the buttons. There we go. That's fine. Right, it's actually looking good, taking shape. Then here, this very one, let's reduce it, bring it right up. Alright, that is the shape I intend, or that's how I want my system to look like. The next thing I'm going to do, and scroll right down, I think I do have month and, okay, let's grab that month's calendar. I'm going to go straight to the properties of that because I want to include the week or the weeks. That's it. Show week numbers, make that true, and those are the week numbers. Now let's do one thing. I'm going to copy this and just paste it here. There, I will change the back color of that to cadet blue. There, that is it. And I will now copy and paste this in here. That is how that's gonna look like. Now the next thing we want to do is, let's go back to our toolbox. We need a label. Just paste one label here, and that very label, I'm going to change the size of that label to about, I'm just going to make it about 18, maybe 18 bold. Okay, there. And I will then add a border around that very label. Border style, fix, single. And let's go to the text. The text will be 1 there. So let's just copy it across. Okay, hold on to control C, copy and paste. We have 2, so I need 8 for the subjects. We have 4. Let's bring it down a little bit, and we have 8 now. There we go, guys. Alright, that's fine. So we need text box. Come back right here, grab text box. Okay, we're gonna need a combo box as well. Let's paste the text box here. Okay, I'm going to change the size to about 18 as well. Make that 18. Where is it? Alright, bring it down. 18 bold. There. Okay, that's fine. Then we also need a combo box. Let's come in here and grab a combo box. There we go. Let's drag. Maybe reduce the size of this a little bit. have enough room for our ComboBox. Now make that ComboBox about 18, but I'm not going to just make it 18 regular. There. Alright, take it up a little bit. So that is fine. We now need to give them names. So come in here, the ComboBox, I'm going to change that to CBO model 1. Okay, the ComboBox is called CBO model 1, and I'm going to need to enter the following data into it. So let's come into item. Where is item? Click on item. So the very first item in there is going to be Visual. This is Visual C++ programming. There we go. And followed by, let's go for C# programming. Grab that. Oh, wait a minute. Let's put a space in there. There. That would be, this would be number 1. Well, in that case, that would be 0, 1, 2. This is going to be C#. And the next one, let's say, is going to be Python programming. Or shall we enter Visual Basic? Visual Basic. Yeah, Visual Basic.net programming. Okay, Visual Basic programming. Alright, that is fine. Click on OK. There. Okay, now the text box, this very text box, I'm going to give that text box a name and change that to txt score 1. There we go. That is it, done. So I'm going to bring this down, just copy it across. Copy, hold on to your control, click and drag. We have 2. And we have 4. And finally, there we go, we have 8 for 8 subjects. Now underneath here, I'm going to do one thing. Let's move this up a little bit. Take it right up. I will have to rearrange everything properly so that I'll have enough room for all. And take all of these guys up as well. There. I need 3 items in here. Click, hold on to the control, click and drag. There we go. Alright, just move this up a bit, and this other one, move it up. There. We're gonna have to create more rooms for all. Alright, these 3 items in here, I'm going to get rid of their border. So let's see, border none. There. And the text content on it, on each one, this is going to be known as total. Now let's get rid of that. That will be known as total. The next one, pin this down. The next one is going to be known as ranking. Then the last one, that will be date. There. Okay, I'm gonna have to copy another 3, or maybe we can even copy just these 3 and change things around. Hold on to, no, let's copy. Okay, let me make up my mind. Copy these ones. Now let's put a border around it. Single. And the text content on it, we have to get rid of those. And at the same time, let's change auto size. I'm going to make that 4 so that I can resize it. There. So I'm going to resize everything. Now resize it all. That's where I will display my data. Okay, this one that is saying center, I'm going to change it to, I don't want it center for now. Okay, now get rid of the text content on it. Delete this one as well. This there, and let's give it a name. So that's going to be known as LBL date. This is going to be known as LBL ranking. And this is going to be known as LBL total. There we go, all done. Now for these ones, this one is CBO module 1, but before that, you see these ones, let's just take care of those ones. That's easy. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now this one is going to be known as CBO module 2, and this is going to be known as TXT score 2, and so on. That is it, all done. So I'm now going to select it all. They all have a name now, as you can see. That's module 3 and so on up to module CBO module 8, and this one is TXT score 8. Okay, look at that. So I'm going to select it all now. Select the text box, come right down here. Where is the, change the text content on there to 0, and it's going to be centered there. Okay, that is fine. At the same time, I'm going to select it all again and make sure is enable is false. Okay, that's true. Now let's make sure it's false. Okay, there we go. That is it, all done. All right, that is fine, guys. So the next thing we want to do now is, let's take care of these ones very quick, then we can just move on. Okay, we need labels here. We need, let's grab one label. No, we're gonna need 5 there, or 6. Grab it. We need labels in there. We need about 6 of those here. There, and we'll need 5 here underneath here. 5. We will also need another 5 here. Let's copy there, and here we need 5 ComboBox. I'm not going to copy these ones because I have data in them. So let's, okay, I can copy and just change it. Copy one, dump it there, right, and go to the property. Okay, what I want in this is going to be yes or no. Let's come to the item, grab the item and just change that to no and yes. So those are just the values that will be in there, and the text content on it will be no. That will be the default value, no. So let's just copy that across. We have 2 there, 3. Okay, move these up so that we have enough room for all of these. We need one more. Okay, and one more here. That's 5. Now let's grab number up and down here. Where is it? Number up and down, and the default value is 0, so that's cool. So change that to maybe 18 as well. 18 regular, and let's come right down here and get it centered. Align, make that centered, yeah, and just copy that across. We have 2, 4, and one more there. Alright, that is fine. Now we need some text box here. No, we need a combo box here. Grab one combo box up here. The data in there will be different, so this one is going to be select. Let's say select a course there, and we now need text box. Grab one text box here, just drag, get rid of the text content and change the alignment to left align there. Let's copy here and one more, go back in there, click, drag. Okay, that's looking good. Now I'm going to grab all of these and just bring them here, and let's reduce this. There we go. We need 2 more here, there, and the arrangement of this, I'm going to move this here. That's 4th, the 5th one here. That should do. That's going to be for the gender. I'll move this one down, put this here, and this will be for gender item. So that's going to be female or male, ladies first, there, and get rid of the text content on there, and right underneath here, that is going to be for my guidance. Let's grab this, we don't need that, bring it here. We need about 4, 5, okay, yeah, and move this up a little bit, back in there one more time. Alright, we need labels, 4 of 6 of those. There we go, one more. Okay, that is it, all done. Then the last part of it here is the, let's grab the buttons. We need to add some buttons right underneath here. We need 4 of those. 1, 2, 4. Okay, now if I run it, this is how it's going to be looking like. Let's not save it first, let's run. Right there guys, this is how the whole interface is looking. It looks very rough now. So what I'm going to do is just change the names and name each of these components. That's all I'm going to do, and these very buttons as well. So let's come in here. Now these very buttons, select it all, increase the font size to something a little bit readable there, and this first one I'm going to change that to btn add new, and the text content on it, get rid of that. The text content on it is going to be add. So that's good enough, add. This is going to be known as reset, and the name is btn reset. This is going to be known as btn result. Text content is result. Scroll right down, change that to result. And the last button we call that exit. There. Variable name btn exit. There we go. So I'm going to speed up the modification of the whole interface and get back to you guys shortly. And there we go guys, all done. Okay, looking much better. So I'm going to run it. There guys, that is how it all looks now. So with that guys, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I will see you guys shortly.